In this video, I'll be talking about spring pendulum. So now here we have two choices. First of all, understand when there is a spring, let's say of mass m, is attached with one block. Suppose that if we if we displaces this block, then of course you can understand if we displace this block, then this block can go like this, and obviously spring will get extended. So in this case, spring will try to restore its ends. It will put kx force, obviously where x is the extension, and initially it was in natural length, which was L. Okay, so if that happens, it may try to execute the SHM. So we need to find out the time period of this SHM. So this combination is said to be spring pendulum. This was case 1, and of course another case is also possible, case 2. Like we have a spring and a particle was attached to it. Suppose that if I leave this particle, if I, let's say there was a support and I removed the supporter, initially assume that spring was in natural length, correct? So if that happens, this block will go, and then this block may try to execute SHM. Then also we want to calculate the time period in both the cases. This is the spring pendulum. So we will have the cases one by one. Okay. So let's talk about first of all case number 1. This is in horizontal plane. So you can assume that this setup is kept on a table, and then we displaces the block. So what will happen here, you need to understand that when you displaces this block, so when you draw the FBD of the block, there will be a kx force while particle was going in this way, right? So of course I can say if particle mass has m, then I can say that F will be is equal to minus kx, right? If that is true, then I know that I can write this is m into a is equal to minus kx, such that a will be is equal to minus kx by m. Now we can clearly see this is a is equal to minus k by m into x. We know that in SHM acceleration is minus omega square x. So we can compare the two values of SHM, where k is nothing else, spring constant, right? So if you compare that, then omega square will be is equal to minus k by m. So we got omega is equal to under root of k by m, and from here we can also calculate the value of time period. So how to do that? Simply we have to use t is equal to 2 pi by omega. Time period is given by 2 pi by omega. We have got the value of omega, where omega is angular frequency, right? So 2 pi by under root of k by m. So that is given by 2 pi under root of m by k. This is the time period in this case. Okay, now we have to see this about vertical case. So let me remove this. And vertical case will be pretty interesting, you will see. So case 2. vertical plane, if that is happening in vertical plane, so let us analyze the situation. There is a spring and this was the block. Initially we had a supporter, and initially we are assuming that spring was in natural length, correct? So which was L. So when you remove this block, when you remove this supporter, so we removed the supporter, what will happen? You will see the equilibrium condition at one point. So let's say this is the equilibrium condition. Block goes like this, and at this point we are saying that equilibrium is achieved. So this is the equilibrium state. So during equilibrium we know that summation of all forces will be equal to 0. So if you draw the FBD of the block, then of course mg force was downwards, and of course kx, we will have kx. Let's say during equilibrium it is x extended, or let's say d extended, okay, then we can say kd. Then for equilibrium we have to write kd minus mg. This is the net force, that should be equal to 0. So I am saying that kd will be is equal to mg. This is the equilibrium condition. Now to show that it is executing SHM, what I have to do, I need to displace this block further. So suppose that I displaced this block further some x distance. Now you can understand, now this time this spring is extended how much? D plus x, because originally it was extended d, and now this is extended kd plus x. So clearly if you draw the FBD of this block, then mg force is downwards, kd plus x is upwards. So in that scenario, if I say the direct force, then I need to write summation of F net. This is going to be equal to mg minus k d plus x, which is equal to m into a. So from here mg minus kd minus kx is equal to m into a. We got it. So earlier we have seen that kd is equal to mg. We can substitute instead of kd mg, and minus kx is equal to ma. So this mg and mg is cancelled out. Pretty interesting result I am achieving, which says ma is equal to minus kx, and from here again k by m into x. So I can write it minus k by m into x. This is our equation. So that means here acceleration is proportional to x. That means it is executing SHM, and in SHM we know that acceleration is minus omega square into x. So we can compare the two values of a, which gives us minus k by m is equal to minus omega square. So this minus minus is cancelled out. Omega is equal to under root of k by m. So this is achieved, and from here what I can do now, again we had calculated the time period, so we can also calculate the value of time period which was needed. So we know that t is equal to 2 pi by omega. Let us substitute the values. Omega is under root of k by m. If you calculate further, then this will be 2 pi under root of m by k, which is equal to time period. That means the value of time period is same in horizontal case or in vertical case. That means time period is independent of the position of spring. Okay, as it is dependent on restoring force, and which is not changing here. So that's why I said you will surprise after seeing the result of vertical plane. Okay, so that's how we solve, and that's combination is spring pendulum. We can have certain type of question. So in next videos you will have that. Okay.